Philippine journey.
Always coming. Welcome to Ricky.
One thing good about OPJ
is Ricky Drama live here in beautiful Cebu, Philippines. It's Tuesday night, 9 p.m. We have a great panel up for you tonight.
Cheers.
Welcome.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We're just waiting for the numbers to come. There we go. We got 88 starting out. So anyways, welcome to Sick Grandpa. I'm your host, Ricky Drama, live here in Cebu, Philippines. We have Ace Bachelor Cool from Angeles City. We got Doc M from Dubai. In a minute, we're going to have our Philippines journey. So anyways, welcome to our live stream. Yeah, that's right. Run the shades. We got Frank Battaglia with his shades on too. Yeah.
It's like we're playing poker or something. We don't want everybody to see our eyes.
Yeah. Well, we're all cool, man. That's why we're all cool.
Yeah.
Drama cool, Ace cool, and then Doc M cool. So we're here tonight because of Mad Matthew Philippines. Mad Matthew Philippines, the new YouTuber in the community. Now he came on, just in my opinion, just talking vile, nasty, horrible stuff about Filipinas and Angeles City. Now he came off, Mad Matt came off as a broke guy that needed assistance, needed help, but it ends up that he's a trust fund kid with massive investments and savings and dividends and everything else. So all this stuff about being broke and all this other stuff. He's actually a trust fund kid that was born with a gold spoon in his mouth from Philadelphia to a rich Philadelphian family that lives in the suburbs. And he ended up in Angeles City. He ended up getting rinsed in Angeles City on Walking Street. And then basically he's all pissed off about it. Then he's targeted Ace Bachelor Cool for whatever reason. So Ace Bachelor Cool, welcome to the show tonight. Why are you so upset about? I mean, why is even Mad Matthew even targeting you at all? Why does Mad Matt care about you?
Well, it's interesting. Like you said, Mental Matt, that's what I call him. He got caught up in the whole YouTube thing and he focused on the Philippines. I'm sure he had a friend or somebody catch his wind on the Philippines, but he never came over here to do a recon mission or a short mini vacation or anything like that. So he got caught up in watching all of us YouTubers over here. And then he packed up everything and flew over here and landed in the Philippines. And that's how he landed right here in Angeles City. And he blew through 100K USD on the entertainment district. Bars, clubs, discos, Filipinas, bar girls, working girls. He blew through 100K USD in 1 year. And then the other 100K he blew on investments and the piggery, the farming. So he blew through 200K that his brother gave him in 2 to 3 years.
Holy shit. That's why his brother won't give him money anymore.
Yeah, his brother
cut him off. But he said, Matt says he's getting money from his trust fund every month plus dividends.
Well, Mad Matt is a compulsive liar. He is a liar. He lies about everything. Seriously. And anyway, so after he blew through all his money, he moved to the province to start the piggery and all these other failed businesses. Basically, he burned through all his money. So he's sitting in a fan room and he started his YouTube channel from the fan room 6 months ago. And like he said he punches up, and punches up means he's using another YouTuber like me that has 15,000 subscribers. He admits that he used my channel to gain traction and to gain a following and subscribers and things like that. But the thing about him, for the last 6 months, every single video, live stream, short, his whole channel is based on Ace Bachelor Cool. He will not let up. He mentions Ace Bachelor Cool in every single live stream and video. For the last 6 months, he's been punching up and using my channel. I mean, I'm guilty of using Rike or Philly in the Philippines or Geo on the Go. I'll mention them once in a while to get clicks and views, but I leave them alone. I don't base my whole YouTube channel on one YouTuber. And Mental Matt is using me for the last 6 months. It's getting out of control. It's crazy
he's absolutely
level.
out of control. He's Doc M, what's your initial take on all this Mad Matt, and why is he targeting Ace Bachelor Cool at Angeles City? I mean, he went there, he lost all his money, he had a good time, he said, he doesn't regret it. So why is he so angry?
He's angry at the military guys. He's angry at all the military guys. He's jealous at everybody because they have money and he lost all his money. All he ever talks about, military.
Yeah, seriously. And you know what? Months ago on a video, he was guilty of saying that he used to be in the United States Marine Corps for a little bit. And somebody caught him on that and said, you know, and then he retracted.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
He retracted and he's like, oh, well, I couldn't join the U.S. military because I failed the drug test. I was on Accutane to help, you know, a dermatologist, my skin, my blackheads and pimples or whatever medication. You know, he makes all this shit up. The bottom line is he failed a drug test to join the U.S. military when he was 18 years old or whatever. So.
Yeah, but why would he say that he enlisted in service and that was a lie? Why would he even? That's pretty crazy to even say. I was
stolen valor.
Did he say I attended basic training and then he retracted it?
Stolen valor. He pretended because he's got like a U.S. Marine, like a bulldog tattoo, or he's got some military tattoo. So he kind of went with it for a while, and then he retracted, and it's like, dude, you don't want to mess around and pretend that you used to be in the military. Because, well, like we said, Mental Matt, he's new to this whole YouTube thing, and he is mental. So that's why he's getting caught up in lies, and he's learning as he goes, and he's desperate for money. He's very desperate for money because he blew his whole trust fund.
You just announced, but now he says he's on a trust fund, and plus he has dividends and stocks.
I wouldn't believe any of that.
Coming in already. What's your take on all this? Our Philippines journey.
He's a liar.
Where'd you go tonight?
You know, I have to be honest. I don't watch him. I really and truly do not. But
lucky,
I went back and spent 2 days going through some of his stuff, and you know, the guy has anger management issues. Obviously.
He's mad.
Number one, but number two, you know, there's an old saying. It says that insanity is defined by doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result.
Yeah.
He comes to Angeles, this shithole. All right, lives in a shithole. He
spent $100,000 in the shithole.
You know what?
Yeah.
I got no idea. He says he did. Who knows? All right. But the bottom line is he leaves, and then what does he do? He comes back.
Yeah.
What does he expect? It's still the same thing. It's a fucking red light district. Get over it. If you gonna go to that. And here's the funny part. All right. Here's the really funny part. I knew who Mad Matt was. I had seen a couple of his shorts or videos or whatever. And I think it was last Thursday, not this past Thursday, but Thursday before, a group of us were out for a birthday at Tequila Reef. And who do I see walking through? Mad Matt and I don't know, some fucking Tonka toy bulldozer he was going. All right. And that's fine. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You know what? I got buddies that like thicker women, and I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
But then he goes and as I was rewatching his stuff, he made a comment about me in a previous video, that fat guy up in Angeles City.
He tries to pick and poke at people. He's a bully. He is
you know what?
The freaking elementary school recess bully. Yeah.
He is actually fatter than I am, and I have an excuse.
He's short, fat, and stocky. He's got long arms and big fingers.
Come on.
You know, I mean, I'm telling you,
the best food at Candy Palace. You know all the best items on the menu, but you're not that fat.
Here's the thing about mental Matt. Here's the thing about that, OPJ. After 3 years, you have to punch out and reset and leave the country on a tourist visa. So he has a following of subscribers and viewers and minions and simps that donate money to his channel. So he's collecting all this money. He could have flown out of Cebu International Airport if you wanted to go to Hong Kong or reset or whatever you wanted to do. He came up here to Angeles City for 3 or 4 nights and partied and went back to the bars, clubs, and discos and all that nonsense. And then he flew out of Clark to Hong Kong. But see, the minions and the simps give him all this money. They keep feeding into mental Matt, and he goes right back to drinking in the bars and Filipinas and all this other nonsense.
I mean, I think what really came down to it was, look, if you want to think, you know, Angeles, such a small percentage of Angeles is the red light district. It's tiny. And if you don't like the trash, if you don't like it, well, you know, there's Clark, there's Puluamsak, there's Enclave, there's all kinds of other areas. Don't come to the red light district, dumbass.
Yeah.
And then he's like so proud of his achievement there. I mean, when he went back for his 3 days in order to go get his 36 months out of the way, he describes going into a local bar and getting a standing ovation from all the workers and the bar staff and the girls. I mean, he says he's like craving attention.
Yeah.
Like this dude, like, okay, if you're craving attention, great, but why are you so focused on much
like I said,
all towards the girls and the people that go there and the place? I mean, just the place you love. I mean,
like I said, he's from Philadelphia. It's his first time ever to the Philippines, and he blew through 100K USD. So of course, all the working girls and dancers and waitresses, they all love Mental Matt because he was throwing, 100K USD up and down Red Street and up and down Perimeter Road. And those girls, they remember that, so they know who he is.
But psychologically, he's really focused on, me. I walk in and everyone's on me, and
he's insecure.
Like you left a note on here. I'll have my channel is the most authentic in the Philippines. I mean, it's the most hated in the Philippines. Your views are in the tank. Bro, your views are in the tank. Here's
the thing. Here's the thing. 3 things. He
Hold on, Doc M. Hold on, Ace.
It's a day. He's been e-bagging on the live streams and all that stuff. But number 1, the minions and the simps. The minions and the simps.
Yeah, the internet's breaking up. Doc M, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good.
Yeah, go ahead and give us your take on all this, man.
Well, his minions and his simps and his cucks are paying for everything, right? He recently came back from Dumaguete. And who paid for his trip to Dumaguete? He just admitted it. Some guy there paid for his trip to go there. So he's just totally broke, has no money, and he's relying on other people. How about the computer he's using? One of his guys bought the computer for him.
Yeah, but he was like selling himself as completely broke and destitute.
Yeah, exactly.
From Alabaster Smudge, thank you very much.
That's what I was going to say. Number 1, they bought him a laptop. Number 2,
thank you very much. Go ahead, Ace. I'm sorry, man. Your mic was all messed up. Oh, you're clocking out there. But Doc M, man, I mean, you've been around a long time too. You've been all over the Philippines, bro. I mean, why does this guy hate the Philippines so much? I mean,
I think
he stays here. He stays here.
He says that he's okay with everything, and he's trying to come across as this big man, that I'm the big one of the Tate boys, you know, from the us men have to stick together shit from the 70s and 80s. And I think his problem is he knows he fucked up really bad. I think he knows it. And he's trying to come out of that, and he hates himself for what he did, I think. That's my personal thoughts on the guy. He hates himself.
Yeah, he's got a lot of problems.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Taking it out on everybody except working on himself. I mean, he's talking about, you know, he talks about, you know, having this, what's he call it? The real man club or something?
Yeah,
or,
he wants a man group.
High value
man
exactly.
Club.
There's nothing high value about being so nasty about these girls, man. What these girls do to anybody.
I know.
Crap, $10. Thank you very much. Do more of these types of streams. Thank you.
You know, you on the one hand, you have to sit there and say, you know something, maybe the guy learned a lesson. Maybe the guy is changing his life. Maybe the guy is doing something. But on the other hand, when you put the dots together, they don't add up.
No, they don't. Absolutely not.
They just don't. And, you know, it's kind of funny. You know, why would anybody come to Angeles City? Well, let me think for a minute. I got an international airport 17 minutes from my garage. All right. I got a major train station depot that's going to be 4 minutes from my garage. I've got decent food. Let's face it, anybody that says the food in the Philippines is 5-star, all right, unless you're at Okada or a couple other places, you're wrong. But there's reasons, you know. I've got a level 4 hospital 9 minutes from my garage.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there's
exactly.
a good reason for expats to be here.
And he went there and blew all that money, and now he lives in a shithole.
Yeah. And I got to tell you something. You seen the lineup at Angel Witch before?
No, I haven't.
Been in there? I mean, that's Angel Witch is not what I would call. Well, first off, in the most recent video, he was talking about going to bad decisions. I mean, anybody that's been here knows you keep going up Perimeter Road past Margarita Station, and you get to like Night Moves, T-Birds, Candy Bar, Black Satin, Bad Decisions, et cetera, et cetera. Those are jerk shacks. And that's where he came from. All right? And don't get me wrong.
Up there at Perimeter Road, the blowjob bars.
You know, and again, I'm going that direction in 2 days. It's a buddy of mine's birthday, and he wants to go to a couple of certain bars. And I'm like, okay, you know, I'll go. And, you know, Arlene's out of town. So, you know, otherwise, no, I wouldn't go. I would never take my wife to those bars. But, you know, Walking Street, you know, it's a whole different story. It really and truly is. Don't get me wrong. There's plenty of sin to be had. There's plenty of money to be spent. There's plenty of
I
good
don't think
things,
he understands. He doesn't understand, or he doesn't appreciate, or he just can't. He can't get into the game like you get into the game. Our Philippines journey. You have a beautiful wife, and then she has friends, and then when you go out to the bar, she brings her friends with her. Then you have this other foreigner, and they have friends, and all these girls are dancing.
We made the mistake of taking sick grandpa.
You have this whole life that he dreams of having that he can't have.
Yeah.
why he's so
like
angry.
Doc M said,
As an
he's
example.
jealous of the military. He's been on YouTube for 6 months, and like we talked about, 3 things: the Minions and Simps bought him a laptop, they bought him a mini short trip to Dumaguete City, and they bought him a ticket to Hong Kong so he can reset. So the Minions and Simps and Cucks are feeding into his addiction of being a YouTube superstar. You know, he has a following. He's got 5,000 subscribers.
I think there's a lot in common with actually Mad Matt and Greg Twitchy, the Thai blogger, the trust fund crybaby, and I think there's a lot in common because I think they both had big problems, in their childhood and in growing up and in their marriages, and they had and it took Greg Twitchy a long time to get all his problems together. He ended up moving back to Phoenix area, and then reuniting with his family, and now he's off of YouTube and he's doing his thing. I think Mad Matt's just have so messed up in the head that eventually he's going to wake up and what am I doing, man? What am I doing?
Mental Matt was caught. He was stuck in the United States of America up in Philadelphia, and he probably went through the pandemic and worldwide situation. So he got caught up watching a shitload of YouTubers. And as soon as his brother released the 200K and gave it to Matt and said, "Hey, Matt, you're 55 years old. You're a grown man. Here's your portion of the money. Go do whatever you want to do." And Matt took that money and took the first flight to the Philippines, and he just blew his wad, no pun intended, but he fucking went through it. And now here he sits, he's clinging on to YouTube to try and be a YouTube star.
Yeah, we can't have any more guests, man. We're not having any more guests because this is Ace's first time. And this is the first time in StreamYard, so we're trying to give Ace and everyone a chance to vent and talk, man. We no more guests. We don't have any more guests. But anyway, yeah, Doc M, what can we do, man, to
Eric Germain
to have Mad Matthew like actually pull his shit together, man?
I don't think that he's cut out for the YouTube lifestyle. I don't think he's cut out for it.
He has anger management issues, and he's a compulsive liar.
Big anger. I mean, all his streams, all he does is belittles everybody on his stream.
He yells.
He yells, he screams. I mean,
he swears.
The other day, I thought he was going to have a heart attack, a stroke or something. He was going so crazy.
It doesn't take much because we're educated and we're smarter and we've been on YouTube for a while and all that stuff. It doesn't take much to poke and pick on Mental Matt, and he just blows up and he's a bully.
Yes,
he's a big fat bully, and he fucking just goes crazy.
He
can't handle the mentality part of the deal. He wants to physically, get in a fight and all that stuff, but he threatens is what he does. He threatens you, like if you don't donate to his channel.
You guys have been around.
I have a question though. I have a legitimate question. I saw one of his videos, and he's talking about he wants to bring. He talks about what is a high value man, and he wants to have this high value men's club. Okay. Since when? I mean, are we going to sit there and say that? Now he read off a list that I think came from Cosmo maybe 20 years ago, but in reality, who is he to decide what is a high value man? Who is he to decide what isn't a high value? I mean, if there's anybody in the chat or on screen that hasn't made them have their ups and downs, I congratulate the shit out of you, but I don't know.
There are none. There's none of those guys.
I think Mental Matt had his midlife crisis. He's 55 years old, but he blew his frickin' fund right there on Red Street. And what's funny is he goes to the province. He's clinging on to YouTube now. He's e-begging and hoping for donations and all that stuff. But then he goes into monk mode and he's talking about being a high value man. So he's talking about himself, trying to better himself. But it's like, dude, nobody trusts you because you're a fucking dinkwad. So nobody's going to listen to you.
Here we got $2.
You know what I mean? He wants to start like a men's group.
How raw can your rant be if you say it in every video? It's, I got a raw rant. I got a raw rant. I mean, just the nastiness of these people, man. I just listen, man. I remember the videos, at the very beginning. That's when I did my. That's when I, started doing the videos about him at the very beginning. When he was like such a horrible, nasty human being, man. To these young, innocent Filipinas, like he was treating them like they're, heroin addicts on the streets of Philly, or the people that you see in the Philadelphia videos and all that.
Correct.
You see all that, man. You're just like, what the hell, bro? What the hell are you thinking, bro?
He doesn't think before he speaks, and he has anger management issues, and he's had a rough life, and he like Doc M said, he's jealous of the military. He's jealous of YouTubers that have, 10K, 15K followers. He's out of control. He did a live stream, I think this morning, and he's like, oh, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go to Boracay. I'm meeting a Filipina. I'm going to go on a date. But he's getting burnt out because for the last 6 months, he's just gone crazy, and he's burning himself out.
This guy, has Bad Matt even been to Thailand?
No.
Oh, he would lose his shit there. Oh my God.
He got caught up in watching YouTubers from Philadelphia, and he's like, as soon as he got the money, he hopped on a plane and got over here. He landed in Clark, Angeles City, and he blew all his money. He is a total newbie, and that's why he's in the position he's at right now.
Yes.
He's got no money.
Let's be honest for a second, okay? Because he went on this rant about all the things wrong with Angeles City. Okay. You know what? I love America. I'm an American citizen. I'm a big proponent of America, but we've got many problems in many cities that far outweigh the issues here in Angeles City. We don't have police here in Angeles City that drive around with Narcan kits for fentanyl overdoses and heroin overdoses, right? That they just pop people with left and right. We don't have, there's an app, all right? There's an app in 4 different cities that alerts the city as to where somebody took a shit on the sidewalk. All right? San Francisco has it, and 3 other
Seattle.
cities. All right, Seattle has it, and that fucking socialist communist bitch up there. But either way, my point is there's no perfect place. There is no perfect place whatsoever. And if Matthew thinks that Angeles is so bad, well, then don't come back, buddy.
Yes,
Stay
exactly.
away.
Well, yeah, that's like there's more to do in Angeles City besides the 2 blocks of Red Street. All the shopping malls and Clark and the parks and whatever. Find something to do, golfing or billiards or pickleball. But there's more to do besides Red Street. But he went crazy. Like he was throwing money, make it rain. We're talking lady drinks, bar fines, short time, long time, Filipinas, dancers, waitresses. He was throwing money around, and that's why, like what Sick Grandpa just said, the girls could be gone for 3 months, and he comes back up here, and the girls know him because that's exactly the type of customer they want. They want a newbie that throws all his money around.
Did you actually see him throw money? We hear what he says he did. We heard that he spent all this money. we heard it all right. You know, did you see him make it rain? Did you see him dating different girls? Did you see any of that?
No, I didn't see anything. I didn't witness anything. But he makes all these videos and live streams, and he admits to a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is that between the people you know, between the people we know, nobody knows Mad Matt.
Yeah, I've never met him. To be honest with you, I've never seen him in person. I've never met him. So I might exaggerate a little bit, but
yeah,
he admits a lot.
If I can talk,
Mad Matt. You know, Mad Matt is an example of what's going on in Pattaya right now, where they have all these people, the dregs of the dregs that are showing up to Pattaya now, and they're like fighting everybody and have all these problems. The same in Phuket. You got people in Dumaguete on YouTube saying that for some reason, the last
I tell you what,
months, the whole horrible people you've never seen, the dregs of the dregs are all showing up there all of a sudden.
You're right, Ricky.
That is a symptom of what's going on.
Yeah, he's a perfect example.
They're just sending, you know, the most vile people you've ever imagined.
Yeah.
The horrible.
And you know what?
Coming here now. I mean,
if Mental Matt can't handle. If Mental Matt can't handle Angeles City, Philippines, he's not going to be able to handle Pattaya, Walking Street, Thailand. He's going to get his ass kicked. He's going to get in a fight. Like you see all these videos in Thailand. Everybody's physically fighting on Soy 6 and everything else. Mad Matt failed in Angeles City. Thank goodness it happened here in the Philippines. And hopefully he's digging himself out of the hole. But he does not belong in Vietnam or Cambodia or Thailand. That's for sure.
I got $2 from a Glock 28K. We watched you all from the Arctic. Fun stuff. Thank you very much. Thank you for your service from the Arctic.
You know something? We just got back.
You know, I called you, Brevis, on the phone. You're not answering, and you can't come from a bar tonight, bro. It's too serious. Ace's first time on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just got back. We just got back from Bangkok, Chiang Mai, Pattaya, and Bali. All right. I flew my daughter came over. We spent 4.5 weeks traveling around. And I got to tell you, they all have red light districts.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes.
And to be honest with you, I kind of think that Walking Street here is pretty calm compared to everywhere but Chiang Mai.
Well, you're right, Doc. You know, there's U.S. military installations in South Korea, Japan, you know, the Philippines because of Subic Bay and Clark. So there is a walking street outside of every gate of the fucking U.S. military in Southeast Asia. And you're right. There's some that are thriving a heck of a lot more than this little red street they got going on here.
Well, they just announced that
closed down.
The Abraham Lincoln, the aircraft carrier that's having all these problems right now, you know, and that's left the area of operations, is going to Pattaya. They're going to have their duty there at Pattaya. So, I mean, that's great news for them, man. That's great news.
That sucks to be them, though.
Apparently, it's the slowest it's ever been in many years at Pattaya. So,
wow. Well, that's why they're letting the Indians in there. They're giving them a free visa to hang out a lot longer than anybody else.
Yeah, but they don't spend money like.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's why they're sleeping on the beaches.
Mad Matt blew all his money. And on Angeles City on Walking Street, he never went to Clark. He never went to a casino. He never had a buffet dinner. He never went. He never walked around the Clark area where he went. He went to the Hilton. He went to the Marriott. He never went to Royce. He never went to the parks
the buffet.
There. He never got massages. He never took advantage of the entire hospitality of the entire Changa area.
Yeah.
He just sit there and blew his load after load after load on Walking Street. And
For
now he's
10
mad
months.
because he got screwed over You know, because he blew all
For
his money.
10 months straight.
He didn't do anything. And he hasn't
You're
even been to
right,
Thailand
Ricky.
yet, bro.
You know what, Ricky? These waitresses and dancers and the mama sans and the management supervisor, they've been waiting for the years of the pandemic. They're waiting for guys like Mental Matt to come in there, and they're doing all the tricks of the trade in the bar deal. They're padding the bill. They're if you buy a lady drink, then the DJ or the manager will buy you a drink to get you to stay there, you know, to make it look like they're buying you free drinks, but really you're spending more money on a lady drink. But anyway, he got caught up in all the bar tricks, and they took his fucking money. They raked him for 10 months, and he got took because he's so fucking...
We got a celebrity in the chat. We got a celebrity, Belgian TV, Belgian waffle guy.
The waffle guy.
Anyway,
thank you, sir.
Mental Matt is naive and gullible, and they fucking took all his money.
Yeah, and you know what he's done? His aspirations were to be a pig farmer.
Yeah, afterwards.
After he lost all his money, he probably had a couple thousand left over, and he's like, let me buy 100 pigs. But he's 55 years old from Philadelphia. He knows nothing about farming and starting a piggery. So what the fuck is on his mind?
And then he's giving everyone information about how to live in the Philippines. You know, the first thing I tell anybody that lives in the Philippines is, you know, especially if they're English or Aussie or from New Zealand, before you decide on anything, you got to go to Pattaya, because that's where all your people are. You know, you're going to have a lot more in common with English people, Aussies, New Zealanders,
international from all over the world,
especially in Pattaya. You got to go and check out Pattaya. Who in their right mind would just like set up all this stuff and not even go to Pattaya, at least check it out? Because, you know, for Matt as an example, you know, let's say he's looking for a relationship and he found a Thai woman in her early 40s that was just out of the bar scene, like my ex-honey as an example. And then you hooked up with her on a freelance thing. And then she's like, I want you. And then she takes you to her apartment. That's how Thai girls do it. They take you, they go get an apartment, they pay the deposit on it. And then you have the girlfriend experience, living in their apartment. They're cooking and cleaning and doing all this stuff for you. He hasn't done any of that. He's never lived there, bro. How can he say anything until he does it?
The good thing is he lost. It took him 10 months to lose $100K right here on Red Street in the Philippines. He would have burned through $100K in Pattaya in probably 2 months on Story 6 and Walking Street.
Oh, they would have ate him up there.
Yeah. That's the thing.
You're taking notes, right? You've got the board tonight, right?
Patty is 10 times the size of Red Street, Walking Street right here. It's fucking crazy with all the entertainment district is 10 times larger. So yeah, he would have lost his load in a shorter amount of time.
Wait a minute. This doesn't make sense, okay? I'm sorry. It really doesn't, all right? I just messaged my wife in the province, and that's where Matt was doing this piggery, right? He was in the province somewhere.
Yeah,
well, wait a minute. Your wife's in Mindanao. He was in. Where was he at, Doc? Where was he at?
He's in Cataclan.
Yeah.
Where was he?
He's near Boracay, Cataclan. He's a ferry boat ride away from Boracay. Okay,
so either way, I asked my wife. I just asked her. She didn't appreciate being interrupted. It's Fiesta. How much does a piglet cost? A live piglet? She is in the province. They got pigs everywhere. All right. 4,000 pesos. 100 pigs is 400,000 pesos. That's like $6,000.
Yeah.
How does he spend $100,000?
Yeah.
If 100 pigs is only $6,000, how does he spend $100,000 in the province on piggery?
He spent $30,000. He invested in the real estate, the house, without even seeing it in person. He gave some guy from the UK, like a landlord. He did the transaction of the money type of deal. Like, I want that house. I'm going to sign up for 1 year. And then when he saw it in person, it's a fucking dump and it's all moldy and crap. And then they get in a dispute. The UK guy's not going to give him his money back. So he just lost. Now he's in a fan room. He's not in that house. He's in some fan room now.
Yeah, well, everyone screws up, man, but I don't understand why he's so vicious towards the girls. I mean, why is he so angry at these innocent girls, man? I mean, it's almost sickening. It's almost sickening. It's almost sickening to listen to, man. How vile and nasty
he is. Vile. He's
a horrible human being, bro. I mean,
he is a bully.
Well, look what he said. Look what he says about my girlfriend. He's like, "Oh yeah, I got to her before you did, and I was blowing a load, and she stuck it on my balls, and doing all this." He's trying to get a rise out of you. He's trying to bully you because he's a big bad bully from Philadelphia. He's trying to. That's all he knows is physical ways to try and get to you. Mental Matt's not smart enough to go back and forth mentally because he can't handle that. That's why he lies.
20. He could stay in the U.S., go hogging at the bar. Yes, he can easily go back to the U.S. and get his mental health together. And we have another celebrity, Bob Cooper.
He had a failed bar business. He had a bar business and a physical fitness gym. He had different businesses in America, but he went through a marriage divorce twice. I think his ex-wives took all his money.
Talks to these girls, man.
I think his two ex-wives took all his money.
Okay, so he said that he sold his bar. He was talking about you, and he said, "Oh no, you know what, Ace? I sold my bar for $2.1 million."
Yeah, right. Yeah,
okay.
Right.
Well, and then he makes this side comment, but the ex-wife got half, and I'm like, okay, let's see here for a minute. Now, I don't know. I've only owned a half a dozen businesses. Okay. Yeah. All of which were successful, none of which were bankrupt or anything. And usually you have to first pay off the debt. Then you have to pay your taxes. So then he gives 50% to the ex-wife if she has a decent attorney.
Yeah.
So
right.
That 2.1 million drops to 1.1 million. Actually 1.05. All right. And then from there, it's 30% tax more than likely. And guess what? That's 700,000.
He's a liar. He's a compulsive liar. He's an exaggerator. He makes shit up. He fucking just talks out of his mouth.
He lied about even entering the service. I mean, that's pretty low, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty low right there.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is that he's on his way to deportation, man. If he keeps up on these girls, man. I mean, that's the number one way to get deported and persona non grata is
speaking of that,
about the women, man.
Ricky, speaking of that, in his latest live stream, he's talking about cyber libel and slander, and he said he has a team of 8 to 9 different of his minions and cocks and sips that are going after sick grandpa for cyber libel, and they're trying to get you booted off of YouTube. No, seriously, that's what he's talking about. They're trying to get sick grandpa for cyber libel for well, we know your style.
Right,
you make
right.
He said tonight that he wanted his guys to take notes, to take detailed notes tonight for you, Ricky.
But there's nothing to say except the guy is a complete fraud, bro. The guy's a complete fraud. He's a trust fund kid born with a gold spoon in his mouth. He grew up in the elite suburbs of Philadelphia, played high school football, got a college degree, ran 2 businesses, and then had 2 divorces, and then he ended up in the Philippines. He lost all his shit on Walking Street. Now he's going crazy, living outside of Boracay, and going nuts trying to be a celebrity on social media now. I mean,
you got it. He was looking for you, Ricky and Barakai. He was stalking you. He was looking for you in
exactly.
in that resort.
Exactly.
Right
He was.
Every
He was.
night, bro. I mean, I'm walking. Walking. I'm just there every night. Whatever, man. I mean, whatever. You can stalk all day. Who cares?
You know who he reminds me of a little bit? You guys are going to just think about this. He reminds me of Sunshine Shoulders.
Oh gosh.
He reminds me of Sunshine.
Sure.
Shoeshine Shoulders. His channel's deteriorated because he's going back to just being a black guy from Kentucky, and he's a preacher. He just fucking preaches, and he's negative, and he's sad and depressed.
Exactly the same.
He doesn't smile. He's not happy. He's not giggly and optimistic. He's just fucking depressing to listen to. It's like, my goodness. And he's kind of racist. A lot of his videos lean towards, the far left, and he's racist and just your typical,
exactly.
I don't know. Yeah, he's not fun to watch anymore.
Yeah,
Mad Matt was never fun to watch.
Big E, Medicine Man, HVAC, out there in beautiful Pattaya tonight with his beautiful harem of the April and Honeyco. Honeyco on her channel. Honeyco was
how's your Honeyco's in Pattaya, Thailand.
They're on Walking Street in Pattaya.
Yeah, Honeyco.
Look at this.
Ricky, how is your date? How is Apple?
Man? Big E, man. Big E. Clearing 50,
Ricky, how is your date with Apple? Didn't you go on a date with Apple?
No, I blocked her.
Oh, did regular guy stalk Apple for you or something like that?
I didn't even ask, bro. I didn't even ask.
Oh.
Anyways, $20 for Biggie. Thank you very much. We enjoyed Honeyco's live stream in Pattaya.
Regular guy.
Good. But anyway, Biggie's got going on, bro.
220 people in the chat. My God, Ricky.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for the super chats. I appreciate it.
So why are people subscribing to Mental Matt's channel? He went from 0 to 5K subscribers in 6 months. Why are people... he's trying to come up with a high value man and monk mode and all this nonsense. Why are people putting up with this shit? They want
to see him go down. They want to see a good fall.
Yeah, they
everybody likes a train wreck.
People like watching a train wreck and drama. You're right. They know he is full of drama and he's failing, and it's a disaster.
It's the same guys over and over, the same 10 guys on his channel all the time. Nothing's changing. Right.
It's just like regular guy. Regular guy and on his whole trip here in all his videos and stuff, he's been talking a lot like Barry J, where Barry J said all this crazy stuff about officials, government officials. He said stuff about the country and all that. And he's still over 3 years in detention. And for a regular guy to be persona non grata, attacking officials and CDO, to be sitting there downgrading the entire country, downgrading this, downgrading that, and he's got to go there and renew or whatever. That is very dangerous, man. Because once they put you in that detention, as you know, Doc M and everybody else, they you know what? There's two ways. He can end up in a trash can, or he could end up, whatever, man. The body.
Well, here's
the family takes the body, or he ends up in a trash can. I mean, that's how they think. I'm not fucking around. Regular guy. That's how they think.
Okay, but how did Vitali only get to do 9 months, and then they deport him and blacklist him? And now he just fought in a exhibition boxing match in Miami. Why did he
pay? Crap about the He just stood behind the interior minister and was doing this. But he was never like doing crazy stuff. I mean, talking about officials like regular guy. He's got to be very careful around here, man. Because believe me, it's like our Philippines journey. Everybody, it's like when you talk about a third party, they're going to find out about it, right? So,
well, Barry Jordan held the bar up by knife point, so I guess that's pretty bad.
He was just trying to show the knife. He didn't hold him up. But anyway. Funny,
well, the Philippines could pick and choose who they're going to, I guess.
So what's going to happen with Mad Matt, man? I mean, I think personally, Mad Matt needs to quit talking about these Filipinos so angrily, and then he needs to go to Pattaya and just take it in, man. I mean, because think about it, for his channel, in order to grow his channel, he could go to Soy 6, he could live stream with the bar, he could get some drinks, he could maybe Mad Matt he could go on the Kick. And do live streaming on Kick.
He needs to slow down.
He's screaming on Kick, doing live streaming on Kick.
He needs to stop.
$16 an hour. $16 an hour. 8 hours a day. $16 an hour.
He needs to find a
Why
niche.
not? He can go there and try.
He needs to find a content or niche or something that he can get clicks and views. But he needs to get off this whole Ace Bachelor cool thing for the last 6 months.
You need to get off him too. Actually, to be honest,
something. I know, right?
Talking about him first. Talking about this is just like Greg Twitchy, man. Greg Twitchy, the trust fund crybaby in Pattaya, right? I mean, in Thailand, right, Doc? He would sit there and he'd be like an attack dog, going over and over. Or I mean, look at the war with Grandpa Monger, Kevin Thailand. It went on for 2 years. It was so nasty, but then eventually, Kevin Thailand died, and that was the end of it. And then Greg Twitchy moved on. That's what you got going on here. It's his best.
Well, you're right, Ricky, because I spent 6
He'll
years
go on to someone else.
You're right. I spent 6 years building Ace Bachelor cool, and I got 15,000 subscribers, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden this mental Matt comes along, and fucking everything he does is about me. And I'm just like, what the fuck? But you're right. I need to stop playing that game and just let him go. It's like, fuck. But, he can do whatever he wants.
You have recourse right now on him. So you could do that recourse if you want. But then if you quit talking about him, maybe he'll move on to something else. But honestly, if he was smart, our Philippines journey, I think he should go to Pattaya and at least take his channel Pattaya and do something. What do you think?
You know what? Pattaya would kill him. He wouldn't last. I mean, he wouldn't make it from one end of Soy 6 to the other. All right. And then he's gonna wake up in the dark side. Somebody's gonna roofie him, and he will end up over on the dark. And you know where the dark side is.
I live there, bro. Beauty Apartments.
Exactly.
Beauty Apartments.
And that's where he is. Something, and I don't mean this facetiously. I wish him the best. I hope nothing happens to him. I don't believe in violence to solve problems. I hope he turns his life into whatever he wants to turn it into. But you're not going to get that kind of satisfaction in life attacking people's wives, attacking people's children, attacking people, period. All right.
Amen.
There's one thing to have fun. It's another, I'm at breakfast. Ace is walking down the street with his camera out, and I'm screaming fucktard at him. And it's just fun. It's just fun. That's all that's all it is. But when you start going after somebody's family, hey, that means you certainly aren't a high value man, number one. And then number two, I think that it really means you've got issues.
Yeah, Philly in the Philippines just piped in. He's the legend. But see, when you punch up, that's how I started my YouTube channel. I was back home in America, Spokane, Washington, watching Philly in the Philippines, and I would get on the live stream.
Watching me.
Yeah, and watching you guys, and I would comment like, hey, I'm coming. I show up in Angeles City, I meet Philly in the Philippines, and I kind of mentioned him a few times and tagged him to get some following. So I'm guilty of all that. And we've had our rough times, but we're good now. I leave him alone. I've moved on, and he moves on too. So
yeah, but it wasn't dirty and nasty. Doc, what's your take on all this? What's your take?
I was just going to say that it wasn't dirty and nasty, right? It wasn't attacking your girls or your partners or whatever. It wasn't anything like that. This is why I say that mental Matt cannot deal with this. He cannot have a channel because he doesn't know how to do this. He's not educated in this. He lets trolls get to him. He lets trolls manipulate him. He doesn't know how just to let it all go.
You're right. He's easy to poke and prod, and he has anger management issues, and he gets so mad and upset, and then he starts yelling at the camera and screaming and start lying and making shit up, and he attacks everybody. He goes crazy. Yeah, he can't handle that.
He cannot handle it. He cannot handle it like you guys. Like you guys have been doing this for so long. Like Philly in the Philippines has been doing it for so long. Biggie, all the old timers. You guys have been doing it. You know how to do this. He does not. He's out of his league. He's totally out of his league.
He needs to go home.
350.
Okay, here's my question.
Kicks TV and Battaglia 6'5", 350. He says, "Don't send them here, or they're gonna get mauled."
Here's my question, because a lot of us military guys, we do have a pension and we got money to fall back on and all that shit. But Mental Matt is 55 years old. What is he going to do when he turns 62 and tries to claim Social Security? Is he going to have any type of Social Security or what? Is he going to get Social Security? Is he going to sit here for 7 years in the Philippines and be a YouTube star, or what is he going to do?
Well, I mean, seriously, if he was smart at all, he would get that all arranged. So that way he can collect it at, if he gets SSDI, he gets paid like he's 67 years old and collect it all the way through. But obviously he's not thinking anything through, man. He's lost. Yeah. He's rudderless and he's alone in a room out there, outside of Boracay. And it's sad, man. It's sad to see him like this, because this is exactly what happened with Greg Twitchy. Greg Twitchy did the exact same thing.
Yeah, he's relying
with fighting all these guys, and it ended up at the end of the day, he went through a very bad relationship with his Thai ex, who ended up he brought to the U.S. and then she ran away from him and started working at massage parlors, along the interstate, and so he lost her, and then he ended up down in Phoenix and all this. Yeah. It's just going to end up very badly for Mad Max unless he pulls it together, man.
Yeah, Mental Matt, 55 years old. He's solely relying on YouTube money to survive. He has no other income. I don't believe this dividend stuff and $2K a month. I don't believe any of that. I think he blew all his money.
You don't believe
now
the trust
he's
fund?
desperate. I don't believe any of that.
He's on a trust fund. He says
he's living in a fan room. He's living in a fan room in the province. Some Filipina gals probably helping him, but he's living in a room and he's done. I'm just thinking, what are you going to do? What's his plan? He's going to sit here for 7 years until he can claim Social Security, or what? He needs to go home and get a job.
Exactly. Greg Twitchy, just like Mad Matt, he was rolling and rolling until like Greg Twitchy ran to that gang down there in Phuket, at Kamala Beach. He ran to that gang, the German, and then he got fucked up really bad. But I mean, I'm saying, man, I'm just saying, man, it's just nothing's going to happen with this channel unless he goes, quits talking bad about these girls, and he goes somewhere and does some on live stuff somewhere. Yeah. Anyway. So what's your final take, Doc M? What's your final take, Doc M?
He's not smart enough to figure all that out.
What's your final take on this?
Final take is exactly what you just said. He's got to stop this raw dog shit that he's trying to do, because he doesn't know how to do it. And he needs a source of income, and he needs to leave.
Yeah, he should go back home to America and get a job. Seriously, just get a job.
Straighten out his health. Straighten out his health.
That's
what I was going to say. I was going to bring up that by everybody.
Hey, he doesn't listen.
The VA, hold on. The VA in Manila since May have come out with these weight loss shots. Now, they never had them before. Now, so they're just rolling it out right now. So if you this is thank you for this is from Cebu Expat. If you call up your provider or hit them up on the VA on the app on the VA on the Health Vet, you can set up an appointment where you can get these shots delivered for free if you qualify. So please go and check it out on the email your or text through VA app your doctor in Manila, because these things, this is like 10,000. This is like $200 a month for free, bro. And they set them up on ice on LVC or what, LRC or whatever it is. So go check that out, man. Just started up. So
yeah, Mental Matt, he doesn't listen.
Journey, what's your take on it? What's your final take? Our Philippines journey. What's your final take on all this?
You know, he's a typical YouTuber. He's found a direction that says, you know what, drama is where I get clicks and views. And as long as I'm living remotely, I can lie as much as I want, say whatever I want. Nobody's going to be able to disprove it. And I can cause as much mayhem as I want. And maybe I'll make a little bit more money.
Exactly.
Mean, you know something? It doesn't take a goddamn rocket scientist to live for a couple thousand a month, 3,000 a month here. Okay. How he could have spent that much money is beyond me, but I guess it's possible. You know, I can tell you he wasn't spending big bucks on that Tonka truck he hauled into Tequila Reef.
So it was a big chubby, yeah? How old was he, chubby?
I mean, you know something?
He likes really big girls.
You know, Ricky's actually, we went bar hopping with Ricky one night, okay? I don't think any of Arlen's friends, none of which are bar girls, weighs more than 110 pounds, soaking wet.
Yeah, but you have a very that's what I'm saying. You have a very beautiful posse, just like Big E.
Yeah.
You know, you and Big E roll very similar together. You know, you go into the bar, you have all these beautiful girls, and you have all this action going on, and it's all great. It's all good for you. It's good for Big E. You know, you can afford it, and that's all great, man. But you know, Matt doesn't have to take it out on all these poor innocent girls because he can't get that game established. I don't see.
And that's my point.
I mean, I don't get it.
That's my point. All of the girls, you know. The girls that went out with us that particular night, all of them have jobs. They're not bar girls. They just like to have a drink or two. And unfortunately, you have to understand and recognize Filipinos have 6 million cousins each. Yeah. And at any given time, almost every woman in this town has a relative working down there as hostess, waitress, bar girl.
Oh yeah, they're all related. Yep.
Yeah, and they want to go visit. It's no big deal. They
know a girl at every bar.
It's no big deal.
What's your take? What's your final take, Ace Bachelor? Cool.
Yeah, I've walked in bars.
125 for Matt playing the Brian Smith.
I've walked in bars on Red Street. You can do daytime bar hopping or nighttime bar hopping. All these girls come from Samar. They come from the same batch of high school. So you can look on stage and one whole shift of 12 girls. They all went to the same high school. They all know each other. The Mama San.
On Facebook. Facebook. That's why you're all over Facebook.
Mental Matt does not listen. He doesn't comprehend. He doesn't take in anything people are trying to explain to him. He talks over you, and he just doesn't listen. And you know, he's not good with math. He's not good with numbers. I've caught him to where he fumbles around with numbers, so that's not his thing either. That's probably why he lost the 2 businesses. He's not an educated. He's not a high value man.
He's not high value, man.
He needs to stay in month mode, maybe a couple extra months.
His whole channel is a disgrace, man. The whole channel is a disgrace. I hope he straightens it out, man. Because you know we don't want anything bad to happen to him. I mean, you know, we want the best for everybody.
Yeah, I'll move on to Mental Matt.
Line, man. So anyway,
I'm not going to make any more videos or talk about Mental Matt. He's beneath me. I'm going to let him go and focus on other content.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for coming on, man. Stay alert, stay alive out there. And thanks for watching. And God bless America. And God bless our great president, Donald John Trump for hanging in there. He's hanging in there, 80 years old. He's still going at it each and every day. So thank you, Mr. President.
Yeah, he's winning
God
golf
bless
tournaments.
the veterans of the United States military.
Go
We got
Detroit
1,000
Lions.
pieces from Bitmonger Asia. Thank you, Bitmonger Asia.
There you
go
go.
check out the channel, Bitmonger Asia. Matt would
Yeah.
pull a jumper and
He's an
battalion.
entertaining YouTuber.
Yeah, go to Bitmonger Asia. Go check out that channel, everybody. Bitmonger Asia. Thank you
Good
for the
night.
1,000 baht. Thank you, sir, very much.
All right. Let's see.
Very nice.
Good
Yeah.
night.
All right, thanks. Have a good day, everybody. Have a Steelers stay alive.
Oh my
Good.
gosh.
Great job,
Thanks
guys.
for having
Great
us.
job.